Let's move on to the second exercise. Again, we will use the same set of rules, but this time we will try and solve exponential equations. So let's see. Question number 1, part 2 says 2 to the power 5x minus 1 is equal to 4 into 2 to the power 3x plus 1. Let's try and put everything in the base 2 because this also can be put in the base 2. So 2 to the power 5x minus 1 is equal to 2 square multiplied by 2 to the power 3x plus 1, which means 2 to the power 5x minus 1 is equal to 2 to the power 2 plus 3x plus 1. This is the same multiplication sign, so I'll add this, which is equal to 2 to the power 3x plus 3. Now this is left hand side, this is right hand side, but since base is the same, therefore 5x minus 1 is equal to 3x plus 3. That's what this is. 2 to the power 5x minus 1 is equal to 2 to the power 3x plus 3, which means the powers will also be the same, which means 5x minus 3x is equal to 3 plus 1, 2x is equal to 4, therefore x is equal to 2. So the question was solve for x. We've solved for x is equal to 2. Let's try and solve question part 4. That's 49 to the power x plus 4. I notice that everything can be put in the power 7. So this is 7 square 49 raised to the power x plus 4. This is equal to 7 square, and 343 is 7 to the power 3. So 7 to the power 3 x plus 1. Let's open this bracket. This is a to the power b raised to the power c, which is a to the power b into c. That's 7 to the power 2 multiplied with x plus 4 is equal to 7 to the power 2 multiplied with 7 to the power 3 x plus 1. Let's open the bracket. That's 7 to the power 2x plus 8 is equal to 7 square multiplied with 7 to the power 3x plus 3. Let's add this because this is the common base rather. So 7 to the power 2x plus 8 is equal to 7 to the power 3x plus 2 plus 3, that's 5. Since base is equal, therefore 2x plus 8 is equal to 3x plus 5, which means 8 minus 5 is equal to 3x minus 2x, which means x is equal to 3. Perfect. Let's move on. Question 2, part 3. So this is 3 upon 5 square root to the power x plus 1. Which power is this? This is square root. This is to the base 2. So this, as in the power is 1 upon 2. So this is 3 upon 5 x plus 1 half. This is just the square root. Everything raised to the power x plus 1. And 125 can be written as 5 cube, and this can be written as 3 cube. Perfect. So this is 3 upon 5 raised to the power x plus 1 upon 2, which is equal to, I notice that 3 is in the numerator, whereas here it's in the denominator. So let me take it to the numerator, which means the power will become negative. So this is 3 upon 5 raised to the power negative 3. Similarly, if I was in the denominator, here it was in the numerator, I have just changed the numerator and denominator. Since base is equal, therefore x plus 1 upon 2 is equal to negative 3, which means x plus 1 is equal to negative 6, which means x is equal to negative 7. Perfect. Let's move on. Let's solve the next question. So next is question 2, part 4. Question 2, part 4 is the third root. So again, similar question, but here the base is the power is third root, which means the power will be 1 upon 3. So 2 upon 3 to the power 1 upon 3, everything raised to the power x minus 1, and this is 3 upon 2 whole cube. This is 2 upon 3, everything to the power x minus 1 upon 3. Again, since the power is since the numerator is in denominator, I will reverse it, which means the power will become negative. Now since base is equal, therefore x minus 1 upon 3 is equal to negative 3, which means x minus 1 is equal to negative 9, which means x is equal to negative 8. Perfect, simple till now. Let's move on. Let's solve question number 3, part 1. A different kind of question. Let's see. So this is 2 to the power. Till now we had something on the left hand side, something on the right hand side, and the bases were equal, so we could equate the power. Here we don't have the bases equal. Here we don't have a right hand side. The right hand side is 0. But here I notice that this is base 2, this is also base 2. Maybe I can take it to the other side. So this will become 4 to the power x minus 2 is equal to 2 to the power x plus 1. Now this looks like my first question that I've done. This can be written as 2 to the power 2, everything to the power x minus 2 is equal to 2 to the power x plus 1. I open the brackets, so this is 2 to the power 2x minus 4, which is equal to 2 to the power x plus 1. Since base is equal, therefore 2x minus 4 is equal to x plus 1, which means 2x minus x is equal to 1 plus 4, which means x is equal to 5. Simple. Let's move on to question number 3, part 2. Question 3, part 2 says 3 to the power x square is to 3 is to x is equal to 9 is to 1. Now, if you remember your ratio and proportion, we know that the multiplication of the extremes is equal to the multiplication of means. So then this is 3 to the power x square into 1 is equal to 3 to the power x into 9. I notice that everything has base 3 into 1 is the same number. So 3 to the power x square is equal to 3 to the power x multiplied with 9 can be written as 3 square, which means 3 to the power x square is equal to, bases is the same, so I'll add the powers, 3 to the power x plus 2. Since base is equal, therefore x square is equal to x plus 2, which means x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. This looks like a quadratic equation, and we've learned how to solve a quadratic equation. I need to find factors of negative 2, the sum of which will be negative 1. So yeah, perfect. So the factors will be negative 2 and 1. So x square minus 2x plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Let's group it like this, which means x times x minus 2 plus 1 times x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now what is common is x minus 2. So x minus 2 times x plus 1 is equal to 0, which means x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 1. So there are two solutions for this question. Let's move on. Let's solve the next question. The next question is question number 4, part 1. It says 8 into 2 to the power 2x plus 4 into 2 to the power x plus 1 is equal to 1 plus 2 to the power x. Now I notice that till the previous question all the bases were equal. In this question I notice that there is a plus sign here, which means I will not be able to add or subtract the powers, and I notice there is 1 which I cannot write it as with a base 2. So let's see if there is something that I can do. I notice that at least here there is 2 to the power x, here also there is 2 to the power x, and here also there is 2 to the power x. Let's see if we can take something common and try and figure out. So this can be written as 8 multiplied with 2 to the power x square, because this is 2 to the power 2x, plus 4 into 2 to the power x and I write this as plus 1 as 2 to the power 1 is equal to 1 plus 2 to the power x. Now this, I can convert this into a quadratic if I take this as a. Let's try. Let 2 to the power x is equal to a, which means this is 8 into a square plus 4 into 2 into this is a is equal to 1 plus a. So this is 8a square plus 8a minus 1 is equal to 0, which is 8a square. This is 7a plus 7a minus 1 is equal to 0. So I need to find factors of negative 1 into 8. That's negative 8, the sum of which should be plus 7. Yes, it will be 8 and negative 1. So 8a square minus a plus 8a minus 1 is equal to 0. Let's group it like this. So a times 8a minus 1 plus 1 times 8a minus 1 is equal to 0. 8a minus 1 is common in both of them. So let's take 8a minus 1 common. So what I get is 8a minus 1 times a plus 1 is equal to 0, which means 8a minus 1 is equal to 0 or a plus 1 is equal to 0, which means 8a is equal to 1 or a is equal to negative 1. So let's solve this first. A is equal to 1 by 8 or a is equal to negative 1. Now we have created a variable on our own. So let's put this, replace this. So a is equal to 2 to the power x is equal to 1 upon 8 or 2 to the power x is equal to negative 1. 2 to the power x is equal to 1 upon 8 can be written as 2 to the power negative 3. Yes, 8 is 2 to the power 3. So since this is the denominator, the power will be negative. Or 2 to the power x is equal to negative 1. Therefore, x is equal to negative 3. Now let's look at this. 2 to the power, any power, can it be ever be negative? There is something that you need to understand. So if let's say the power is 0, I'm giving you an example. 2 to the power 0 will be 1. Will it be negative 1? No. Let's look at a positive power. 2 to the power 3. What will be the value? It will be 8. Can you have a negative value here? No. So you cannot have a negative value. And let's look at a negative power for 2. So 2 to the power negative 2. This will be 1 upon 2 to the power 2, which is 1 upon 4. Is it negative? No. So 2 to the power x can never be negative. Why? Because a positive number raised to the power any power can never be negative. So let's write the reason. Since a positive number with any power can never be negative, therefore 2 to the power x is equal to negative 1 is not possible. So then we are left with only one value of x, therefore x is equal to negative 3. You can put a small star on this question because this requires you to solve, this requires many concepts. First it needs you to solve indices, then it needs you to understand quadratic, and then it needs you to understand another concept, which is a positive number to the raised to any power can never be negative. So let's move on. Let's solve the next question. Which one should we solve? Question 4 part 3. So I'm on question 4 part 3. Let's solve. Question 4 part 3 says root 3 to the power x minus 3 is equal to the fourth root of 3 to the power x plus 1. So here this seems simpler. I notice that both of them have the same base. So let me just equate the bases and see what are the powers. So here this becomes 3 to the power x minus 3 upon 2 because this is the second root, and this becomes 3 to the power x plus 1 upon 4 because this is the fourth root. since base is equal, therefore x minus 3 upon 2 will be equal to x plus 1 upon 4. Let's multiply. So 4x minus 12 is equal to 2x plus 2, which means 4x minus 2x is equal to 2 plus 12. 2x is equal to 14. Therefore x is equal to 7. That's my final answer. Let's move on and let's solve the next question. Simple, isn't it? Chalo, let's solve question number 6. So question number 6 says 32. Okay, so question 6, the root of 32 to the power x divided by 2 to the power y plus 1 is equal to 1. Oh, there are two equations, so I think this will lead to a simultaneous equation. There are two equations given, a to the power y minus 16 to the power 4 minus x upon 2 is equal to 0. So let's try and solve these two equations and see what do we get. Perfect. So let's try this first. So this is this can be written as 2 to the power 5 raised to the power x divided by 2 to the power y plus 1, and 1 can be written as 2 to the power 0. So this is 2 to the power 5 upon 2 multiplied with x, because I have removed this at the base. This is the second root, so I have taken it as the in the power in the denominator, and this is being divided by 2 to the power y plus 1, which is equal to 2 to the power 0. Now since the base is the same, I can subtract the powers because there is a division sign. So this is 2 to the power 5 by 2x minus y minus 1. Please notice that I am subtracting both of these, not minus y plus 1. This is minus y minus 1 is equal to 2 to the power 0. Now since bases is the same, since base is equal, therefore what I get is 5 by 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. Let's take the LCM. So that's 5x minus 2y minus 2 upon 2 is equal to 0, which means 5x minus 2y minus 2 is equal to 0. That becomes my first equation. Let's see what I can do here. I notice that this is base 2. Similarly, this is also base 2. So then I can write this as 8 to the power y is equal to 16 to the power 4 minus x by 2. I took it on the other side because there is no multiplication or division sign, which means even if the bases are same, I will not be able to do much with it. So this can be written as 2 to the power 3y because 8 is 2 cubed, and this can be written as 2 to the power 4, everything to the power 4 minus x by 2. Let's multiply. So that's 2 to the power 3y is equal to 2 to the power 4 into 4 minus 4 into x by 2. So that's 2 to the power 3y is equal to 2 to the power 16, 1, 2, that's 16 minus 2x. Now since base is equal, therefore I get 3y is equal to 16 minus 2x. Let's take everything on the one side. That's 2x plus 3y minus 16 is equal to 0. That's my equation number 2. So I have two equations and I need to solve them for x and y. I notice that this is 2, this is 3. So let's multiply this equation with 3 and this equation with 2. This will help me equate the coefficients and it will help me add or subtract so that I can solve. Let's move on. So if I multiply the first equation with 3, I get 15x minus 6y minus 6 is equal to 0. If I multiply this with 2, that's 4x plus 6y minus 32 is equal to 0. Let's add because the coefficient is equal and the signs are opposite, so that gets cancelled. That's 19x minus 38 is equal to 0, which means 19x is equal to 38. Therefore, x is equal to 38 upon 19, which is 2. So, x is equal to 2. Now, put x is equal to 2 in, let's say, equation 1. If I put it in equation 1, then I get 10 minus 2y minus 2 is equal to 0. 8 minus 2y is equal to 0. 2y is equal to 8. Therefore, y is equal to 4. I am done. Let's see the question. What do they want me to solve? They say solve for x and y. So I've got my value of x and y. X and y is 2 and 4. Done. Let's move on to the next question. Which one should we solve now? Let's solve question number 9. Now question 8 is a good question, but I am not solving it because it's been solved in the textbook with a big hint, so I am not solving it. Question 9, you can put a different, it's a different type of question. You can put a small star on that question, though it's not difficult at all. So given is a to the power x is equal to b to the power y is equal to c to the power z. And what's also given is b square is equal to ac. We need to prove that y is equal to 2xz upon x plus z. Now in such a question, we use something called a K method. So what is a K method? A K method basically says in this chapter I need all the bases equal. Now here A, B and C obviously are not equal, so I need the bases equal. So since all of them are given equal, let a to the power x is equal to b to the power y is equal to c to the power z is equal to k. Now I have equated everything to a common term, which is k. Now I can put everything as a base of k, which means a to the power x is equal to k, which means a is equal to k to the power 1 upon x. Perfect. What does this mean? In case you've not got this, let's say 3 square is equal to 9, which means 3 is equal to 9 to the power half. That's what I've done, right? Yes, that's what I've done. Similarly, b to the power y is equal to k, which means b is equal to k to the power 1 upon y. Similarly, c to the power z is equal to k, which means c is equal to k to the power 1 upon z. So I've got all a, b, c in the same base. I've got everything in the same base. Now all my properties of exponents or indices will be applicable. What else is given? The question says b square is equal to ac, which means put b is equal to k to the power 1 upon y, a is equal to k to the power 1 upon x, and c is equal to k to the power 1 upon z. And what do we get? B square, which is k to the power 1 upon y whole square, a, which is k to the power 1 upon x multiplied with k to the power 1 upon z. Let's open the bracket. This is k to the power 2 upon 1 upon y into 2, that's 2 upon y, and since base is same, there's a multiplication sign, I can add. So 1 upon x plus 1 upon z. Now since base is equal, what can I do? I can equate the power. So 2 upon y is equal to 1 upon x plus 1 upon z. Now since let's take the LCM and add. So the LCM will be xz and this will be z plus x. Now let's cross multiply. Let's see what we get. So what we get is 2xz upon x plus z is equal to y. Now that's exactly what they wanted me to prove. Hence proved. Perfect. So this chapter basically has those properties that I shared with you in exercise 1, and the second thing that this exercise has is the K method. Now let's move on to the next question. The next question that we solve is question number 10. So let's do question number 10. Question 10 says 5 to the power negative p is equal to 4 to the power negative q is equal to 20 to the power r. Again, I notice that the bases are not equal. There's nothing else given. So I need to prove that 1 upon p plus 1 upon q plus 1 upon r is equal to 0. This is what I need to prove. So let 5 to the power negative p is equal to 4 to the power negative q is equal to 20 to the power r is equal to k. Why am I doing it? Again, I'm doing it so that I have a common base and all my properties of exponents or indices, as we're calling it, are applicable here. So let's start, which means 5 to the power negative p is equal to k, which means 5 is equal to k to the power negative 1 upon p. Similarly, 4 to the power negative q is equal to k, which means 4 is equal to k to the power negative 1 upon q. And then the last one, 20 to the power r is equal to k, which means 20 is equal to k to the power 1 upon r. Now, anything that I know that 5 into 4 is equal to 20. Since 5 into 4 is equal to 20, so let's replace values. K to the power negative 1 upon p, because 5 is k to the power negative 1 upon p, 4 is k to the power negative 1 upon q, and 20 is k to the power 1 upon 3. This means since the bases are equal, I can add. So k to the power negative 1 upon p minus 1 upon q is equal to k to the power 1 upon r. Since base is equal, which means minus 1 upon p minus 1 upon q is equal to 1 upon r. Let's take everything on the other side. So that's 1 upon p plus 1 upon q plus 1 upon r is equal to 0. That's exactly what they wanted me to prove. So hence proved. Perfect. Again, the K method. Let's solve question number 13. Question 13. Question 13 is 4 to the power x plus 3 is equal to 112 plus 8 into 4 to the power x. And let's see, they want us to find 18x to the power 3x. Perfect. Let 4 to the power x be a. So this is 4 to the power x into 4 to the power 3 is equal to 112 plus 8 into 4 to the power x. Let 4 to the power x is equal to a. Why am I doing this? Because I notice that the bases are not equal and there is a multiplication, all signs are not multiplication or division. So let's see what I can do. So this is 4 cube, that's 64a is equal to 112 as 8a, which means 64a minus 8a is equal to 112. 56a is equal to 112, which means a is equal to 112 upon 56. Therefore, a is equal to 2. Now, what is a? A we taken it as x, or 4 upon x, 4 to the power x. 4 to the power x is equal to 2. My left hand side can be written, so I need to convert this in the base 2. So this can be written as 2 square to the power x is equal to 2, which means 2 to the power 2x is equal to 2. The power here is 1, which means 2x is equal to 1, which means x is equal to 1 upon 2. This is a type of a question which has a tail question. They don't want us to calculate x, they want us to calculate 18x to the power 3 upon x. So 18x to the power 3x will be equal to 18 into half raised to the power 3 into half. So this is 9. So 9 to the power 3 upon 2, which means the second root of 9 3 upon 2. Perfect. So 9 to the power 3 upon, that's not complicated. So 9 can be written as 3 square into 3 upon 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled, so that 3 cube, which is equal to 27. Perfect. Let's move on. We are on the last question, question 14. It has certain parts, so let's try and solve question 14, part 1. So I'm on question 14, part 1. Question 14, part 1 is 4 to the power x minus 1 multiplied with 0.5 to the power 3 minus 2x is equal to 1 upon 8 to the power negative x. I need to solve for x. Let's see. Now I notice that everything can be written in the power of 2. Let's see how. 4 is 2 square. So 2 square raised to the power x minus 1. Multiply. How is 0.5? How can it be written in the power of 2 or as a base of 2? Yes, 0.5 is 1 upon 2. So which means instead of 0.5 I am writing 1 upon 2 and the power is 3 minus 2x, and this is 1 upon 2 cube to the power negative x. Let's take all powers in the numerator. So this is 2 to the power 2x minus 2 to 2x minus 2 multiplied with this is 2 to the power negative 1 raised to the power 3 minus 2x, 3 minus 2x is equal to, if I take this in the numerator, this is 2 to the power negative 3 raised to the power negative x. Now let's see what I can do. This is 2 to the power 2x minus 2 multiplied with negative 1 into 3, that's negative 3, negative 1 into negative 2x, that's plus 2x is equal to negative 3 into negative x, that's 3x. Bases are equal, so I can add the powers. So 2 to the power 2x minus 2 minus 3 plus 2x is equal to 2 to the power 3x. There's 2x plus 2x, that's 4x minus 5 is equal to 2 to the power 3x. Since base is equal, so I can equate the base. So since base is equal, which means 4x minus 5 is equal to 3x, which means 4x minus 3x is equal to 5. Therefore, x is equal to. Done. Let's solve question 14, part 3. Question 14, part 3. Question 14, part 3 is 81 to the power 3 by 4 minus 1 upon 32 to the power negative 2 upon 5 plus x multiplied with half to the power negative 1 multiplied with 2 to the power 0 is equal to 27. Let's put everything in common powers. This is a common base, so this is 81, so that's 3 to the power 4 multiplied with 3 by 4 minus this is 2 to the power 5 to the power negative 2 by 5 plus x upon, this can be written as 2 to the power negative 1, this is 2 to the power negative 1 raised to the power negative 1, 2 to the power 0 is 1 equal to 27. 4 and 4 gets cancelled, so I have 3 cube, that's 27 minus, this can be written as 2 to the power negative 5 multiplied with negative 2 negative 5 plus x 2 to the power negative 1 into negative 1, that's 2 to the power 1 multiplied by 1 is the same, is equal to 27. This 5 and this 5 gets cancelled, so this is 27 minus 2 to the power negative 1 into negative 2, that's 2 plus 2x is equal to 27, which means 27 minus 4 plus 2x is equal to 27. This and this gets cancelled, which means 2x is equal to 4. Therefore, x is equal to 2. They've asked us to solve for x. We've calculated the value of x. Let's move on to the last question of this exercise that we will solve. Question 14, part 5. Question 14, part 5 is 3 multiplied with 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 2 to the power x plus 2 plus 5 is equal to 0. I notice that there are different bases. I will never be able to write 5 as a base of 2. So let's try the other method, which is 3 into 2 to the power x plus 1 minus this can be written as 2 to the power x multiplied with 2 square. I've just broken this up into 2 elements, plus 5 is equal to 0. Let 2 to the power x is equal to a, which means 3 times a plus 1 minus a into 2 square is 4 plus 5 is equal to 0. That 3a plus 3 minus 4a plus 5 is equal to 0. That's 3 plus 5, that's 8, and 3a minus 4a is negative a is equal to 0, which means a is equal to 8. We've taken 2 to the power x as a is equal to 8, which means 2 to the power x is equal to 2 cube. Since base is equal, therefore x is equal to 3. That's what they wanted us to calculate. And now the homework questions for you. Our homework questions are question number 1, part 1 and 3. Question number 2, part 1 and 2. Question number 4, part 2. Question number 5. Question 7, part 1, part 2. Question 8, the whole hint is given, so this one is really simple. Question 11, question 12, and question 14, part 2, part 4, and part 6. Thank you.